What's up, you guys? Kevin Dwayne here. So some of you have noticed that I have dropped a little bit of weight over the last few months. I have lost over 30 pounds at this point, and I've met my goal as far as weight loss is concerned. So now I'm just working on lifting and just solidifying what I have going on at this point. I've had plenty to ask me what was my secret, what did I do, how did I get this weight off? So I plan to explain it in this video. A little background on my weight. For the last 5 years, I have really struggled with the weight that I gained and getting it off. I've tried so many different diets, I've tried so many different things, and because of my lack of commitment to myself, I couldn't lose the weight, and it got very frustrating. Until this year in August, I decided that I was going to stop making excuses and literally commit to a better lifestyle and getting the weight off. And ta-da! Success. So I just wanted to explain to you guys what I did. Number one, stop making excuses. Realize that it is possible for you to lose weight if you commit to yourself. Realize that better health is always a good option. It doesn't have to necessarily be vain. It doesn't have to be for the wrong reasons. It could be for yourself because you'll sleep better, you'll move better, you'll have less aches. You want to take tons of medicines in the future. And for me, I'm approaching 30. In March of 2016, I will be 30. And I want to give myself the gift of better health. I want to give myself a fit body. I want to, I wanted that confidence that comes with it. So that's what inspired me to get the weight off. Because who wants to be in a doctor's office? Who wants to pay for prescriptions? Not me. So that's number one. Commit. Give the gift of health to yourself. Stop making excuses and realize that if you do it right, you can lose weight and it will stay off. The next thing I did was I downloaded an app called Lose It. This app is on the iPhone. It's also on Android. So download the free app. Lose It is a calorie counter. It is also a weight tracker. And it's really, really simple to use. All you do is you put in what weight you are. You put in how much weight you want to lose. And it also gives you of how fast you want to lose it. Now, it only gives you healthy ranges. There is danger in losing weight too fast. You really should only be losing maybe 2.5 pounds max per week. There are days where there are weeks that you'll lose water weight and you'll lose 5 or 10 pounds. That's normal. It happens because it's water weight and you get it out of your body. But once you get that water weight off, you should only be losing about 2 or 3 pounds per week max. Because if you lose it quickly, you'll probably gain it quicker. And that's pretty dangerous. So be patient. Don't try to lose weight by next month. Don't try to lose like 30 pounds by next month. 10 pounds a month is pretty healthy, I think, because that's where you're averaging when you do 2 pounds per week. And that's what I did. I started this diet in August and I lost 10 pounds, 11 pounds per month. And here we are in December and I've already met my goal as far as weight loss is concerned. So 2 pounds per week is healthy, it's safe, and it's easy to obtain without killing yourself in the gym or eating nothing, because that's not fun at all. So the Lose It app, once you put in your weight, you put in the weight that you want to lose. It gives you a goal based on how often you work out. And what's cool about it is when you work out, it gives you those calories back. So if I ate 500 calories for breakfast and I go work out and I burn 500 calories, it'll give those 500 calories back to me and my calorie count goes back to like 0 and I get to eat the calories for the rest of the day. It's pretty cool, especially when you want to have those cheat days, if you have cheat days. I didn't do cheat days. I just did eating moderately because it's simple math. If you eat what you need for that day based on it, you're going to lose weight because you're already cutting back from what you need. You're cutting back about 500 calories from what you need normally. So you'll lose weight even if you don't work out, as long as you're meeting the budget in the Lose It app. Promise you. I promise you. Drink lots of water. Eat your calorie count. Don't eat too much less than that either. Don't You should never be hungry. You should never be hungry. I was never hungry. I was never starving. You should be eating throughout the day. Enjoy your foods. Just don't go over your calorie budget. Pretty simple. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to take it a step higher. I wanted to pay attention to macronutrients. And macronutrients are fat, protein, and carbohydrates. And I know those are three things that scare people. You have people who have the low fat diets, you have people who have the high protein diets, the low carb diets, and those are all great. But if you lack certain nutrients, you're gonna pay for it in some kind of way. And it's sad, but it's true. If you have a diet that's low in protein, you risk losing your muscle mass because your body has nothing to feed your muscles. If you don't eat carbs, you'll probably slim down, but as soon as you introduce those carbs back to your body, it's gonna hold on to them and you'll gain that weight faster. So you really should pay attention that you're getting everything you need daily in those nutrients so you don't suffer from that. That way you can have a nice, lean, toned body and everything is balanced. You don't have flabby skin. You won't have like stretch marks for losing weight too quickly. It's important that you do it right, and that's what I did. So I figured out the ranges of grams I needed of each macronutrient. For example, the formula that I found that worked for me, because remember, I'm not a nutritionist, but this is what worked for me. 50% of my daily calories that was given to me by the Lose It app, at 212, it was about 1,800 calories. And so 50% of that should go to carbohydrates. 30% of that 1,800 calories went to protein. And 20% of that 1,800 calories went to fat. Now, I know you're thinking, how do I track that? Well, guess what? The app tracks it for you. As long as you commit to tracking everything you eat, there's a scanner. You can scan barcodes. It has a list of every popular restaurant I can think of, or you can think of in America, and it has all the foods that are there. And you can even add foods if you don't see them there, as long as you read the back of the nutrition box. And as you eat them, it puts in how much fat is in it, how many carbs are in it, how much protein, sodium, whatever macronutrient and micronutrient that you're looking for, it will put it in there for you. And there's a pie graph or a pie chart, and you can just look at it and see where you're at for the day. And that's what I did. Every day I made sure that I was at 50% carbs, 30% protein, and 20% fat. And it worked because I was balancing what I needed. I was never starving. I had my carbs to sustain my energy throughout the day. I had my protein to make sure I still had muscle mass. And I had my fat just to feel full. And that comes from a lot of meats and some dairy and stuff like that. You'll find that out too, especially if you eat chicken with skin. Lots of fat in wings, but I still had them. And that was the best part. Because I watched my calories and because I watched my macronutrients, I didn't have to cut back completely on foods that I enjoyed. And I had fun with it. So the first couple of weeks, I ate really healthy, really clean. So I was eating fish and vegetables, chicken and vegetables, turkey sausage and vegetables. And then as time went on, I saw how it worked. I was dropping 2 to 3 pounds a week, healthy, and it was falling off. And then over time, I just started kind of playing with other foods. So it got to a point probably a month and a half ago where I started introducing desserts. Yes, desserts into my diet. Once again, this is what worked for me. If you're not comfortable with it, it's cool, but I'm letting you know that with moderation, you can eat what you want. I promise you. So there was one day, I think for breakfast, I had like oatmeal, or I had something very clean. It was like oatmeal with Splenda. And I know that, once again, I know that some people don't rock with Splenda. You want to have real sugar, that's fine. But I use Splenda because, hey, that's just the life that I'm in, not a nutritionist. I had oatmeal with like Splenda and maybe a little bit of fruit. And then I had like peanuts and almonds for a snack a couple hours later, and that was my protein. So I had my whole grain, my protein, or it was a protein shake, whatever. This is how a day goes. And so around lunchtime, I decided that I wanted apple pie. Yes, apple pie. And ice cream at that. And guess what? I had it. It was a Marie Callender's pie. They're like really small. And half of that pie the serving size was half of the pie, and it was like 300 calories. And I also had like a scoop of ice cream on it, and that scoop of ice cream was 100 calories. Now, mind you, I was well into my calorie count, so it was fine. I had room for it. But here's the thing, it was 42 carbs at the end of the day. So that means that was gonna shoot my carbs up for the day, but it was dense in nutrients like protein. So I had the pie, I had the ice cream, enjoyed it, it was guilt-free, but I knew that I had to get my protein up for the day. So a couple hours later, I had a protein shake. So I got my protein up. And then that night, I had like tilapia and vegetables. I was still under my budget. I met my 50, 30, 20. I met all of that. And guess what? The next morning, I still lost weight. Because it's all about moderation. It's a numbers game. And so many people are cutting out important things that they need. It's not that you can't have a burger. It's not that you can't have dessert. It's not that you can't have the things you like. The problem is you're either eating too much of it and not keeping track of it, and you're gaining too much weight, or what you're eating are dense in nutrients. And when you eat foods that are dense in nutrients, you'll still be hungry. So with that apple pie, yeah, it was delicious, but it was dense in nutrients, so it didn't sustain me. I was hungry again within 30 minutes to an hour. And it's easy to overeat when you eat too many things like fattening foods like that, and they're just not good for you. I get it, but in moderation you can still have them. You just have to know how to cut and move things, and it's fun for me. I enjoyed it after a while because it's like to have guilt-free foods and still be able to eat and lose weight. It's awesome. So all I'm saying is, if you stick to the calorie count, if you budget 50, 30, 20, stick to calorie count, watch your macronutrients, you will lose weight. And that doesn't even include working out. As I said before, when you work out and you put it in the Lose It app, even if you have like a tracker, a fitness tracker, it can automatically pull from it, because I had a Nike Fuel Band and it will pull from that. It gives you those calories back. So let's say on the day I ate apple pie, if I ran 5 miles that day, it's gonna give me about 700 calories back, which is gonna wash that out anyway for the day. So it's really cool. I really enjoyed it. And here we are, it's now December, and I've lost a total of 34 pounds right now, 34 pounds. There was no intense workout schedule for me. I mean, I did run 5 miles, but I've always ran 5 miles for like the last 2 years. That's been kind of my thing. The problem was I never could lose weight because my eating wasn't in order. So this lifestyle was really 80% eating. And that's what I've told everybody. There wasn't a workout plan. It was me changing the way I eat, watching what I eat, keeping track of what I eat, and, owning it. And once you get into the habit of it, it's awesome, because you realize that working out is only a small part of it all. So on days where it was raining or I was just plain old lazy, as long as I was eating correctly, watching what I consumed, I didn't have to go work out, and I would still lose weight the next day. What happens is working out becomes the icing on the cake. It's like I'm already losing weight, but if I go to the gym, I'm gonna lose a little bit more weight. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of edge, or I'm gonna give myself a little more tone to my body. And that was the coolest thing, because I didn't feel pressure. So on the workout end, I didn't feel guilty when I didn't work out, and then on the eating end, I didn't feel like I was overeating or I wasn't going to lose weight. I had them both in order, and I wasn't missing out on anything because I had it all balanced out. And surprise, surprise, it worked. And that's it. That's what I did. That's what I did, and it worked. And I've been through so many diets. I've tried everything, you guys. So it's no joke. Just try the Lose It app. Stick to your calorie count. If you want, you don't have to do macronutrients. Just try sticking to the calorie count and do it for 2 weeks and see if you lose maybe 2 or 3 pounds, just to see that it works. If you want to take it to a next level, start tracking the macronutrients, because then you'll be more healthy. You'll know that you have the right amount of fat, you have the right amount of carbs, you have the right amount of protein. And that way, when you slim down, you'll have a complete looking body and you're not missing anything. And that was it. That's what I did. I tracked my calories, worked out 1 or 2 times a week, but was more active, cleaning up, dancing, taking the stairs, walking from the parking lot a little further. But it was no pressure on all ends. And go figure, it was the easiest way to lose weight. And I'm not going to say there won't be hard days, but they won't be super difficult either. So, yeah. I hope it works for you. If you have any questions, let me know. I will be glad to share tips. I'll be glad to share formulas with you, or anything you need, let me know. I hope you guys try it, and I hope it works for you, because I'm definitely proud of myself. It's been such a long time of me trying to lose weight and not being able to accomplish it. And here I am on the other side, and I'm glad I took the plunge, and I'm glad I got serious about my health. And that's my phone, sorry. But yeah, it's awesome.